Welcome to Wild Earth Creatures, where every creature has a story. Let the adventure begin. As darkness settles over the forests of New Zealand, a silent figure begins to wander beneath the towering trees. It doesn't soar through the sky like other parrots. Instead, it carefully walks across the forest floor, climbing tree trunks when necessary and disappearing into the shadows. This remarkable bird is the kakapo, a creature unlike any other parrot on Earth. For millions of years, the kakapo lived in a peaceful world without dangerous land predators. With no need to escape enemies from the ground, it slowly traded speed and flight for strength and size. Generation after generation, its wings became smaller while its body grew heavier, eventually creating the world's only flightless parrot. Today, the kakapo is one of nature's rarest birds and a powerful symbol of wildlife conservation. The kakapo is found only in New Zealand. Its scientific name is Strigops habroptilus, meaning owl-faced with soft feathers. At first glance, the name makes perfect sense. Its round facial disc, forward-facing eyes, and soft feathers give it an appearance surprisingly similar to an owl. Yet beneath that owl-like face is every bit a true parrot. Unlike colorful parrots that spend their lives flying through tropical forests, the kakapo has chosen a different path. It spends most of its time on the ground, slowly searching for food after sunset. During daylight hours, it rests inside caves, under thick vegetation, or in hollow logs, waiting for night to arrive. The kakapo is also a giant among parrots. Adults can grow to around 25 inches in length and weigh as much as 4 kilograms, making them significantly heavier than even the largest flying parrots. Because of this impressive weight, flight is no longer possible. Its small wings simply cannot lift such a massive body into the air. But nature gave the kakapo another solution. Instead of flying, it developed incredibly strong legs that allow it to walk long distances and climb high into trees. When descending from the branches, its short wings act like a parachute, slowing its fall and helping it land safely. Those same wings also provide balance while it walks through the forest. Every part of the kakapo's body is perfectly designed for a life spent on the ground. Its mossy green feathers, mixed with shades of brown and black, blend almost perfectly into the surrounding vegetation. This natural camouflage once protected the bird from predators that hunted mainly by sight. When danger approached, the kakapo relied on one simple strategy: it froze completely still. Against birds of prey, this worked surprisingly well. Hidden among moss and leaves, it became nearly invisible. For countless generations, that strategy was enough. The kakapo is a peaceful herbivore with a varied diet that changes throughout the seasons. It feeds on fruits, seeds, leaves, flowers, roots, shoots, mosses, fungi, and pollen. Unlike many birds, it lacks a muscular gizzard for grinding food. Instead, it uses its powerful beak and specialized mouth to crush plant material before swallowing it. During times when food is abundant, the kakapo stores extra energy as body fat, helping it survive periods when resources become scarce. Although these birds usually live alone, each kakapo has its own distinct personality. They defend their territories with loud calls, yet they are also known for being curious and surprisingly gentle around humans. Conservationists often describe individual birds as having unique behaviors and temperaments, making every kakapo feel like a one-of-a-kind character in the wild. For millions of years, this quiet lifestyle worked perfectly. Then everything changed. When people first arrived in New Zealand, they unknowingly brought animals the kakapo had never encountered before. Rats arrived first, followed later by cats, dogs, stoats, and ferrets. These predators hunted using smell rather than sight, making the kakapo's camouflage almost useless. A bird that had evolved without fear suddenly faced enemies it had no defenses against. Its numbers began to collapse, and what had once been a common resident of New Zealand's forests was pushed dangerously close to extinction. As the New Zealand summer arrives, the quiet forest begins to change. Hidden among the hills, male kakapos prepare for one of the most extraordinary courtship displays in the animal kingdom. Unlike most parrots that simply search for a mate, the kakapo follows a unique tradition that has been perfected over thousands of years. Each male leaves his usual territory and climbs to a hilltop or ridge where he carefully creates a breeding arena known as a lek. Using his powerful feet, he digs several bowl-shaped depressions into the ground and clears away leaves and vegetation. Narrow tracks connect these bowls, forming a natural stage for one unforgettable performance. Then the waiting begins. Night after night, the male inflates a special air sac inside his chest and produces a deep, low-frequency booming call. The sound rolls through the valleys and forests, traveling for miles when conditions are right. For hours without stopping, he repeats the same powerful call, hoping a female somewhere in the darkness will hear him. When a female finally arrives, the male performs a gentle display of head movements, body sways, and beak clicks. If she accepts him, they mate, and his role is finished. From that moment forward, the female is completely on her own. For about a month, she patiently incubates the eggs until tiny, helpless chicks finally hatch. The newborn kakapos are completely dependent on their mother. Blind, featherless, and unable to care for themselves, they remain hidden in the nest while she searches for food each night. During these long absences, the chicks are left vulnerable to anything that discovers the nest. Many individuals live between 45 and 60 years, while some are believed to survive even longer under the right conditions. Their slow metabolism and relaxed lifestyle may contribute to their remarkable longevity, making them one of the longest-living parrots on Earth. For countless generations, this slow pace of life was never a problem. The forests provided everything they needed, and predators were almost non-existent. Then humans arrived. The first Polynesian settlers hunted kakapos for food and used their beautiful green feathers to create ceremonial cloaks and decorations. The decline was swift and devastating. Once widespread across New Zealand, the kakapo disappeared from more and more forests until only a tiny population remained. By the late 20th century, fewer than 60 birds were known to exist. It seemed that one of the world's most extraordinary parrots was only a few steps away from vanishing forever. By the middle of the 1990s, hope for the kakapo was fading. After decades of habitat destruction and relentless attacks from introduced predators, only a handful of birds remained. The entire species had been reduced to just over 50 known individuals. Without immediate action, the world's only flightless parrot seemed destined to disappear forever. But this was not the end of the story. Conservationists across New Zealand launched one of the most ambitious wildlife rescue efforts ever attempted. Every remaining kakapo was carefully located, identified, and transported to isolated offshore islands where cats, rats, stoats, and other invasive predators had been eliminated. For the first time in generations, the birds could live without constantly facing danger. Patience has brought encouraging results. From the tiny population that once stood on the edge of extinction, the number of kakapos has gradually increased through decades of dedicated conservation. Although the species remains critically endangered, each new generation represents another step away from disappearing forever. The kakapo itself remains unlike any other parrot on Earth. It cannot fly, but it climbs trees with remarkable determination. It moves quietly through the forest instead of soaring above it. Its wings no longer carry it through the sky, yet they still help it balance and glide safely back to the ground. Its life moves at an unhurried pace. It grows slowly, breeds rarely, and can live for decades. Every part of its existence reflects an ancient world that once existed in complete isolation. The kakapo's journey is far from over. Its future remains uncertain, but its story has become one of resilience rather than loss, the story proving that even a species standing at the very edge of extinction can still be given another chance. Enjoying the video? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss more videos. And share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching.